guys, VaderG here, back again. Second video of the pre-build. If you missed the first one, just nip back and check it out. It actually shows the overall changes in this update, the uniforms, the story mode, all that sort of jazz. In this video, we're going to have a look at Loki, we're going to have a look at Valkyrie, their skill effects, their skill previews, and their uniform effects, and also the uniform options. One of the things I did forget to do in the last video, even though I showed all of Thor's skill effects, so skill descriptions and also his skill preview, I didn't look at his uniform effects. So let's have a quick look here at the uniform effect. Enhances effective skill Protector of Asgard. So that's his passive here. Okay, so that's enhances the effect of his penetration skill. Applies a self-increase lightning damage by 20%, decrease all damage received by 20. Okay, from a uniform perspective, ultimately not that great. His uniform options, so I don't know why they don't have these uniform options or actually have these uniforms purchased in the test server. I have no idea why they do this. The very first one is Invisible Woman. Second, Dr. Octopus. Third is Ronan, Marvel Avengers Endgame, very good uniform. Fourth, Lady Deadpool. So hopefully, if anyone's a big Thor fan, they picked up the Lady Deadpool at the last uniform sale. And fifth, the Miles Morales, the older uniform into the Spider-Verse. Okay, so not the latest one where he turns into that sort of six-armed, whatever the hell he is. So that's the uniform effect and uniform options for Thor. Let's have a look at Loki. I'm kind of intrigued by Loki because he's turned back into Universal Supervillain. And there is an opening for Universal Supervillain in Alliance Battle Extreme. There's no doubt about that. We've got Dormammu and Thanos, and people with very high attacks and very high skills can actually cap with both of those units, to be honest, in the test server. But it's not an easy feat. Loki could certainly come in and change that depending on how powerful he actually is in the game, and particularly his tier 3 skills. So let's have a quick look at his skill descriptions, his skill preview, and his uniform options. So firstly, his tier 3 skill, let's have a quick look at that. It has a silence, has incapacitation, has decreased defense up to 70%, very, very nice. Has ignore dodge, 80%, has penetration, massive invincible, 12 seconds. I can't remember seeing that. Is that the biggest invincible on a tier 3 skill? That's huge, 12 seconds. Normally they're 8 or 10, I believe. He's got a significant buff to attack, defense, crit rate. Look at that, 40% off the tier 3 skill. So overall, on paper, it looks like quite a good skill. His tier 2 passive, skill damage and bonus damage. First skill has a freeze. Second skill has burn. Okay, very interesting. That's very handy for Alliance Battle Extreme. Has immune to all damage as well, which is more of a PvP type setup. Third skill, incapacitation. Once again, more of a PvP type setup. Fourth skill, increase. So applies a 50% increase of all attacks. Okay, so it's going to be interesting to see if he actually does summon clones anymore. Serpentine Sphere applies to enemies, deals burn damage. So this is the fifth skill. Decrease all defense up to 40%. Looks pretty good. 5-second invincibility, increased damage by 50% for 2 attacks. That's also very nice. And his passive applies to self 30% increase of energy attack is his tier 1 passive. And leadership is the same crap as what he had before. So let's have a quick look at the skill preview for Loki. Agents of Asgard. And we'll get these guys to come and attack us. So it's pretty cool. It's got quite a long sword here. Single-handed type longsword setup with his basic uniform and his basic attack. So let's have a quick look at his first skill. Okay, so that's definitely got the freeze on it. Nice. Second. That's pretty cool actually. So it's like a channeling skill. And then sets him on fire. I like it. Very different. Third skill. What's he doing there? Driving his sword down. It's like shock damage. Nice. Fourth skill. Okay, so he cloned himself. Oh, that's neat. That is pretty cool. Okay, that's real channeling stuff there. So I wonder if you can stack that 2 skill. And it's pretty well instant cancel as well, that 4 skill. Alright, let's have a look at the 5th skill. Wow. What? Did that go up to 1200 hits there? Yeah, it did. Man, that's 1700 hits. 1700 hits on the 5th skill. Holy shit. So 4 cancel 5. Holy smokes. Alright, well he looks very interesting to play. Very, very different to what he has been before. And let's have a quick look at his tier 3 skill here. Alright, sitting on the throne. Taking a drink out of the cup. Transforms himself. Drops the cup. Okay, so about 470 hits on that 5th skill, on that tier 3. And it looks like it's cancelable as well. So, man, he is looking very, very powerful, to be perfectly honest. From an Alliance Battle or PvE point of view, this looks to be a massive upgrade, just physically looking at it and looking at the actual skill descriptions as well. He doesn't have damage accumulation. That's one thing that he doesn't have. I'm not sure how that's going to affect him. But we'll soon see. Uniforms. Let's have a quick look at his uniform effect, number 1, and then his uniform options. Okay, enhances effective skill Trickster. So Trickster is his passive, which is the energy attack. Nice. Changes effective skill Mischief Magic. Okay, I'm not really sure what that one is. Well, that's probably... Okay, that's his passive. Alright. And applies itself increased chain hit damage by 10% when attacking. I've got to be honest, it kind of looks like he's set up to take advantage of a reforged CTP of energy. That's my gut feel on looking at these skills and just looking at these skill effects. Let's have a look at the uniform options. Minerva in number 1, Doctor Strange in 2, Storm in 3, number 4 is Red Guardian, and the 5th is Captain America Hydra Supreme. So very friendly uniform options for Loki. So, geez guys, I'm actually really looking forward to giving him a bit of a whirl in Alliance Battle Extreme. And other PvE modes as well. Let's have a quick look at Valkyrie, and see what changes she's had. Okay, so first of all, we might nip into her actual uniform effect and her uniform options. And her uniform does look pretty cool. Longsword as well, single-handed longsword, and also a spear. Nice. Okay, uniform effect firstly. Changes effective skill leader of Valkyrie. Don't know how to say that. Valkyrie. Okay, so the leader of Valkyrie effective activation rate when bleed skill is used, applies itself 15% recovery of max HP, increases chain hit damage by 15% when attacking. Interesting. So chain hit damage increase. Okay, the uniform also enhances the effective skill Shield Master of Asgard, which is her passive. Right. So that's ignores target dodge rate by 30, increased damage dealt to supervillain by 50, decreased damage received from supervillain by 25. Very nice. Can't remember what the old one was. Was it 40%? Can't remember. And then applies itself increased skill damage by 25%, increased bonus damage by 25%. Let's have a look at the uniform options. Then we'll come back and have a look at her skill descriptions and have a look at her in skill preview, and we'll wrap up this video. So very first, we've got Medusa in Humans vs. X-Men, She-Hulk Avengers, Jean Grey Marvel Girl, 4th is Thor Avengers Endgame, and 5th is White Fox Lifestyle Series. Okay, so let's jump in and have a look at skill preview for Valkyrie. Oh, did we have it? No, we didn't look at the skill descriptions. No, let's go back out. Let's do things properly. Let's have a look at the skill descriptions, and then we can have a look at the skill preview. All right, get back. Okay, first of all, Awaken skill. 35% bleed, removes elasticity where I was stunned, and then it starts going on with all the typical Awaken skill gear. which includes an increased damage by 60% for one attack, decrease all defense up to 70%, and then all of those crit and ignore, dodge, and invincible buffs. Okay, so her tier 2 passive, we just saw that before in the uniform area. Supervillain by 50%, which is massive. Decreased damage received by 25% as well. Okay, hang on, applies to all allies. Yeah, okay, so that's the same as before. Okay, first skill, bleed damage, elasticity, removes elasticity. Second, we got a bleed as well. We got a silence, very nice. Alliance battle skill, that one. Third, counter attacks when defending against an enemy attack. Right, okay, so it's a counter attack skill. Enables attacking enemies who have activated ignore targeting effect. Okay, applies to enemies paralysis. So Alliance Battle Extreme, so we've got silence, and then we've got silence on that one. Paralyze on this one. We got defense down. We got guard hit. Accumulates damage dealt. So wow, a very, very impressive type of skill. 1% increase of all attacks for 1% of accumulated damage. Up to 9 seconds, so very nice skill. It lasts for a long time as well, with a cooldown time of 16 seconds. So that should be active the whole time. 4 skill. Decrease all defense up to 60%. We've got removes elasticity. We've got a stun, immune to all damages, and 5th skill, summon an illusion. We got a stun on there, but summon an illusion and massive self buffs. 40% increase of attack, 40% increase of defense, and a speed increase as well. Her passive is she's got a heal and she's got chain damage increase by 15%, and her leadership is pretty ordinary, so let's just skip through that. Okay, let's check out her actual skills here in game. Come and attack us, guys. Take that, a little bit of sword action. Come over here, please. I want to have a bit of a word to you. Okay, first skill. Well, that's pretty neat, actually. Just sort of like a whirlwind, a sword whirlwind. Second skill. That looks pretty cool as well, eh? It looks like a nice damaging skill, like a sort of burst damage, 100 odd hits in there. Third skill. Okay, dart backwards and forwards. Was that the one that has, yeah, that's a damage accumulation one. Okay, let's have a look at the fourth skill. Nice. Now, I'm not sure how cancelable any of these skills are at this point in time. Yep, that looks pretty cancelable to me anyway, the fourth skill. Fifth skill. Kind of similar to our old one. It's classic though. Seeing the Pegasi is plural Pegasus, coming down and actually smashing those dudes to pieces. And let's have a quick look after that skill dissipates. Get them all together and we'll hit the Awaken skill and see what it looks like as well. Alrighty. There's Sif and Heimdall there. Whoa. Man, how epic does that look? One thing about this game, doesn't matter, they can, they can annoy us all, they can do whatever they do and try and get our cash and the rest of it, but they do keep on delivering visually. That's one thing that's never changed in this game. Visually, it is excellent. Yeah, very cool. And look, hopefully she can take on Red She-Hulk and take her down. Alright guys, going to wrap up that video right there, and need to start building some units, I suspect. Oh, we've got some sort of build there. We need to start looking at rolling gear slots and all that sort of crap with 5 million gold, which is always a little bit of a challenge, to be honest. So anyhow guys, might be a bit of a break between this video and my next one as I get into things and have a bit of a look at Loki versus Thanos and Valkyrie versus Red She-Hulk.